Hell of a night, 3:32. Wishing that I was there with you. Stuck in this cab, too hard to drive. Yeah, I'm just trying to survive.
I was thinking about love, thinking about us, living the dream that we dreamed of.
I was thinking about life, thinking about time, thinking like I'm losing my mind. You got me singing like, oh, never gonna find another love like you. I had another lover, but she just won't do it. I can't take it, so come back, girl. Swear to God, if you don't come back, girl, like, oh, this will be the heartbreak around the world. See, I'm stuck in the mess, trying to find my way back into your life. Dying for one night with you. Just one more chance and that will do.
So I was thinking about lies, thinking about truth. What can I do to make it up to you? Thinking about life, thinking about time. Feeling like I'm losing my mind.
Never gonna find another love like you, like, oh, I had another lover, but she just won't do it. I can't take it, so come back, come back, come back, girl, like, oh, this will be the heartbreak heard around the world.
I know I ain't tripping, I gotta be honest, I ain't never felt quite like this.
Whoa, anything you wanted, you know that if I got it, baby, I don't wanna fight like this.
I was thinking about putting a ring on it. Should've gave you everything that you wanted.
You got me singing like, oh, hey, never find another love like you, like, oh, I had another lover, but she just won't do it. I can't take it, so come back, come back, swear to God, if you don't come back, oh, this will be the heartbreak heard around the world. Do-do-do, do-do-do, yeah, do-do-do, oh, yeah, yeah, oh.
A bad girl nowadays is more of like a boss. If I had to say one word to describe it, I would say a boss in all caps. Because a bad girl has to be able to not only take care of herself, she may have a family now. She got to take care of her family, her man. You never know, but in any situation, like, a boss is a bad chick. And in my mind, if you have that and you making money, you doing your thing, you are a real bad girl.
Hey,
I'm here.
Hey, honey. Well, we actually just pulled Flo on the
What
phone.
up? What up, mama? It's good. What are you doing? Are you okay? I'm sorry. How you doing, mama? Me and Shannon always, like, since day one, I always fell in love with that girl. Her personality, she's shown like a star, man. If she wasn't best friends with, like, you know, somebody that was, like, in the way, I would have been closer to her, but I felt like I was getting in a three-way, and I wasn't invited, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was the onlooker, and they were having all the sex, and I was just watching, you know what I mean?
Right. Well,
we still maintained where we were at. We still saw eye to eye, so...
Yeah, and what's crazy is when we originally had this interview planned, we had a plan to do the farewell interview honestly back in like May, and it was going to be FLO and Persuasion from season 17 originally. Things didn't work out that time,
I have no idea who that is.
And it's crazy.
Everything I want, I'm like, okay, whoever the fuck that is.
But no, we got Shannon because Persuasion reached out to us.
We're both Virgos on that level to where we, like, I don't keep up with the Bad Girls Club, the new ones. I wouldn't have a clue as to who you're talking about. Not to be rude or nothing, but after season like 8 or so, I was like, huh? I was like, what's going on?
Right, who is this bitch? Right.
It's the same with me.
Yeah.
Like, after a certain time, I think I grew up. I grew out of it.
Well, I will say that I'm glad this worked out better, and I think everything happens for a reason because God planned it, and I think Shannon's a much better pick, and I'm glad that we reached out and she joined us.
What's funny about me and Shannon, understand that when I was on the show, I was on it season 4, and then she was on the season after me, a couple seasons after me, and everyone said Shannon and Flo are exactly the same, but we're both Virgos and we both have the same
I'm a Virgo
personality, you know what I'm saying?
And we're both
like-
Middle Eastern, Yugoslavian, like we'll murder a bitch.
Yeah, and we have that like attitude, like where we're the sweetest people in the world, but when somebody fucks with us, that's it. Like we're going after you, full throttle. You know what I'm saying?
I think it takes a lot for me to get to that point, though. You feel me? Because
me too.
I don't let people
too.
control my emotions. So when I'm ready to fight you is when I am.
Right.
You're not going to ever like tell me when it's time for me to fight you, but you're not gonna dictate or play me like a video game.
Right.
The other day, I'm gonna whoop your ass when I'm ready to whoop your ass. How about that?
The main reasons I fought a lot is because a lot of people, as Shannon said, bullied me, and whether it looked like it or not, the girls did pick on me a lot. On my season, they picked on me a lot, and to the point where I was just like, you know what?
Right.
Why am I letting them do this? Like, why am I taking this? I'm done. I'm like, I'm gonna get in there.
Right.
And I fought because I fought for my right to, defend my honor. Like, forget that's another thing. I'm Albanian. I'm gonna walk around. The Albanian's gonna be like, yo, this pussy ass. You know what
Now,
I'm saying?
first of all, I don't blame you, Flo, because you, what was that white girl's name? Amber. You drug her ass on that poolside because you know what? I would have did the same thing. If she pushed me in the water like that and almost snapped my ankle in half, she would have drowned. She would have drowned. I would have shoved her head in the water.
What's funny is, Shannon, where are you living at? Where are you at now?
I'm in Alaska now.
Oh, wow.
Alaska.
How's the weather there?
Yeah, I'm up here on the mountain. It's cool. It's really nice, though. When I called into the show, I see that you guys are in Maryland, and that's actually where my whole family is. That's actually where I came from. I'm from the East Coast.
What?
So College Park, Silver Springs, Georgetown.
Good old CP.
Yeah, I'm from there. My mom, my brothers, my grandma, my uncles, my nieces and nephews, everybody's there, and I'm actually trying to get there within like the next week or two. So I'll be on the East Coast visiting my family.
Where are you gonna live? Where are you living?
I'm in Alaska right now. I'm hanging out with the mooses and the bears up here on the mountain.
I was gonna say, because my daughter's birthday party is on the 17th, and actually, believe it or not, Amber is coming with her children.
What?
And it's been funny.
Amber has kids now?
She has 3 kids.
Well, when did you guys reunite and make things?
She's in hella busy. Get it, girl.
Yeah.
So wait, when did you guys mend things? Because I didn't know you guys were cool.
What happened was when I was hosting an event in Las Vegas. I did the whole Pride weekend over there. I'm coming home from the thing and I'm walking and I hear Flo. And I turn around and I'm like, Amber? She's like, what's up? And I'm like, what's up? And we gave each other like a big hug or whatever. And I showed some pictures of their kids. I showed her pictures of my daughter. And I don't know, we just, just talked for a while. We ate lunch together and all that. And, we obviously moved past it. So
that's dope.
I feel like had they have done a battle of the All-Stars with moms that actually have a reason to go hard, it's easier for me to help other people out or care about other people.
Right.
But if they really did it with the veterans that have kids, I wish somebody would tell me something when I'm trying to feed my son.
Right. Hello.
Somebody would tell me something when my baby's new clothes.
Cute. That baby's so cute. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, they're super fire. He's been telling me, I was getting ready today, and he was telling me all morning, "You're so beautiful, Mom." He said it like 10 times in a row, and I was like, oh, my God. I was like, I just love you so much.
Both of your kids are beautiful.
She's so cute. My daughter's 5. She's about to be 6.
And your daughter looks just like
more
you.
Coming from your kid when they tell you you're beautiful, knowing they ruined your body.
Right.
You're so sweet.
At least coming out.
But I'm getting my bounce back right, and I ain't playing that. I got salmon in the oven right now, so they ain't playing that.
How old are you? How old is your kid, Shannon?
I have a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. So the 3-year-old is finally potty trained all the way. The 1-year-old could care less, obviously.
Right.
And so I have my hands full. My man actually took the kids with him to run to the bank, and I'm sitting here thinking, like, dang, do we need to do this radio interview every day?
Right.
Like, does this thing happen every day? I've never had the house to myself. Like, I'm playing music and shit.
I know how it feels, man. With my daughter, I only have one, and let me tell you, she's a handful. But, as far as, let me tell you guys, as far as this farewell to Bad Girls Club, I would like to say that I would love, like, since I'm single right now, but I want to have a show where I I want to date. I want to find love, man. A man or a woman, it doesn't matter. I really want to do that.
Oh my God, it's so hard because we're strong. were really strong.
Yeah,
and it's hard
Right.
to find a man
to
that can
find
even
somebody,
like.
man.
Unless they brought back love
Exactly.
games, you know that's
Up with
that's
me.
production for you. That's not really real dating.
I don't want to do
Right.
love games. I want to do like go with the flow type of thing where
Okay,
guys
yeah.
and girls
So-
actually come on to really, really date me and to really
Right.
take it serious, like that live in my area that I could actually have a relationship with. You know what I'm saying?
I literally had to look outside the box because the guy that I'm with
Yeah.
now literally picked me up in a truck that was like Jeepers Creepers, bro. And
Wow.
before that, I was in the Mr. Yes that was like iced out and bling bling, all this shit everywhere. Now I'm in a guy
Yes.
that like wears dirty ass work boots and like give two flying fucks about that, which is great because that's all about me.
That's awesome.
So
Exactly.
it was like
Awesome.
perfect.
So,
Yeah,
ladies,
he's super nerdy, doesn't even care about that.
Yeah, and you know
Ladies.
what's funny? Because, like, when I first met Shannon, she was all about the, like, you know, like, the flashy guys and all that. And now you see how things change. Like, me, I was more like, about the flashiness and, like very, very, like, now I want a guy who's, like, a little bit more, like, takes care of a woman and stuff because I'm tired of being the man in the relationship. I'm always the man in the relationship.
But I honestly don't think
so-
that's ever going to change because I'm still I'm
No.
that way. I'm that way still too, and my man is a great man and everything. But at the end of the day, can't nobody really compete with us because if he can't get something done, I'm still behind him. Like, man, just move out the way. But in a
Yes,
respectful way,
yes.
I'm trying to not.
Literally,
I'm like, you can't do that because
everything.
we're going to make him be like little
Literally.
bitches. You feel me? We can't do
Like,
that.
I will take over.
I feel like I can do
will take
everything
over
better than him.
Exactly. Everything. I do everything. Literally. Like, oh my goodness.
Me too. And so I don't want to hurt his feelings, but I feel like I could do everything better than him. I can clean better. I can build a house better. Like I feel like I could do everything better.
that's because you girls are Virgos,
I
and
can cut
Virgos
his
can
hair
do
better.
everything.
Yeah. I just gave myself
Virgos.
a very short haircut. I gave myself an extremely short haircut. A very, very short
But it's really
hair, and
cute. I
loved
just
it.
saw it. It's super cute, bro.
Oh, thank you. I like
Right.
it. Very, very mean. It's very mean. I love it. I
So,
love it.
ladies, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
So, how do you
Yeah,
we
feel?
talk all day.
I have a Bad Girls Club question. So, how do you feel Bad Girls Club has changed over the years, just from the seasons that you have seen after your season?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, you can go
I
first because
feel
your
like-
season
I
was
feel
before
like
me.
I feel like there was a lot of, I feel like there's a lot of bullying, a lot of unnecessary drama, and a lot of hurting feelings and kicking people to the floor and literally
Yeah.
kicking them that when they're down and a lot of non-togetherness. At least I feel like on our show, some of us had friends and we helped each other along and we like support each other. On these new seasons, it was more like, oh, let's all get together and take her out and make her feel
Right.
like shit about herself.
Right.
And it was just very, very unnecessary and very disgusting. Honestly, it got to the point where I just felt like it wasn't even a show anymore. It was like more like a mockery, like a joke. It was
Right.
it was honestly, I just feel like it became a literal joke, and I was embarrassed that I was even a part of it after all of what we did.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I can see that.
I mean, what about you, Shannon? Like, how do you feel it's changed? Because you were on season 10, which was a few
Right.
years before All-Star Battle came together as well for you. But, like, a lot changed between 4 and 10, and a lot changed between 10 and 17.
Yeah.
So what do you think about it?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, I can just tell you what it is. These bitches are thirsty. They're so thirsty, so white around the mouth. They're
Yeah,
so thirsty
yeah.
for whatever attention
Yeah.
they get, whether it's good or bad.
Yes, exactly.
I recall these girls, they didn't show a lot of it, but they put shaving foam over everything. And to engage with them and even entertain their bullshit, I would just come downstairs and be like, that's fine, you guys want me to go out with hairy legs? That's what it is, let's do this.
Right.
Right.
And I just wouldn't even come back and say, and at some point
They're,
in life,
they're
like,
so corny.
this is working.
They're such corny.
Yeah, and so for me, I just feel like I do have to say that it is for women to get out life that they've been trying to escape, whether they're strippers, whether they're working at Burger King.
Right.
So it is an opportunity for them to turn a different
Yes.
leaf, but
Yes,
however, it's
yes.
how you do it. You don't
Right.
want to be
It's a lot
turning a
of these
different leaf
girls-
and
a
be
lot of
known as
these
a
girls are not-
psychopath.
They're not using it. A lot of these girls are not using the opportunities for a good thing. They're using it to go to the strip clubs and do these shows and stuff. But what they're not realizing is how long do you think that's going to last? Because my music right now that I'm working on, my book that I'm working on, I want these things to be everlasting. Like when I did this show, I had a mentality as a future ahead of me, not just, hey, let me just get on the show my ass, and then see what happens after that. That's not.
The truth is I got offered, and I was for sure in it. It wasn't even a question. I got offered the Battle of the All Stars 2, and I got offered BGC Redemption.
Wow.
13, but I had both of them. So, but however, I still believe to this day that I made the right decision because I was pregnant, and like Flo just said, how long do you think that's going to last? Right. So here I am living a beautiful life in a beautiful home with things I prayed about actually before even meeting my husband. This is what I wanted, and manifested them. But how long would that last? I guarantee you I would be back somewhere dropping it like it's hot.
Right.
And even though I would maybe make a rack a day, 1,000 a day, that doesn't matter. That's not valuable. There's no value in that.
Shannon, you know what I'm going to say, and this is no shade towards anybody. I'm telling you, no shade towards anybody, because I was offered Redemption. I was also offered All-Star Battle 2. I was also offered the Mother and Daughter show on Lifetime, the one that Natalie did, that I didn't do, and then they picked her afterwards. And then also I was offered to do Marriage Proof. I realized something. That would have been great. I would have made a lot of money. I'm not doing no phony fake shit, and especially for the it's good money, but it's not like money that's like it's worth, you know.
Dude, you can spend $100,000 in a day, and let me tell you that I can spend $100,000 easy in a day, but there is no value to that money. There's no value to that money, and it seems like people believe the more that you have, the bigger house that you have, everything's so easy and gravy. That's not true. Shit, my gas has been cut off before, too. My car's payment has been late before, too. I live a real life. I am no better than anybody else. Just because the house I live in and all this bullshit, the real value within me is my heart and my soul and me praying to a higher power to bring peace into my life. It's not my money. It's none of that. They're obsessed, bro, but I had all this shit before I did TV to begin with. Yes, so they instantly got obsessed and got their little coochies all wet. And the reality of the deal was, I've been driving fat shit. I've been living fat all by myself. I didn't even have a fucking room. I lived by myself.
They don't Shannon was again. I was like, why are you mad? Because she got money and you're broke. I'm just not understanding. Like, you know, listen, and then they're all trying to pin this shit on her that she does this and she does that for money. And I'm like, listen, you know what she does? She works her ass off, and you don't do shit. So don't get mad.
Period. There's no in between. But that money didn't make me any better. If anything, I was the most humble and the one killing the game the hardest.
Right.
So all these bitches that jump into the house, and all of a sudden their head's all huge and big, and they can't even walk straight because they're wobbling. Their head's so fucking big. The reality is they're back to their old life.
Right.
I'm not. The reason I'm not back to my old life is because I'm blessed. Because I have a good heart. God doesn't like ugly. I'm blessed in this life right now in this home because of that.
Right.
And I'm a good person. What she said, that's how I feel. I feel the same way. I feel like I got a good background. Like my family's close to me, and that was all that was mattering, because I was realizing when I was doing the show, I was out on the road and all that, and I wasn't getting closer to my family. I was getting further away. I had a daughter to take care of. I'm writing my book, and I'm doing my blog, and I'm happy. That's it. That's all that matters.
Right. It doesn't. You don't need all that extra shit, and those bitches didn't even know that yet. I had already had that stuff, and I was already coming to a point in my life where I knew I didn't need all that. Great, park the car in the garage, ride around in Jeepers Creepers truck.
As far as you guys go on the radio show, I just want to tell you guys something. You know, these girls, they think that, a lot of them think that their fame is going to last that long, but really, honestly, unless you have a backup plan, that 15 minutes ain't going to last so long. But I wanted the interviewers to ask us some questions, so if you guys have some questions, I would love to hear them.
Yeah,
I mean, even the baddest of the bad girls, that shit is going to wear out too. So,
Right. And before
Yeah,
we
all
actually
good.
get
Every dog
into our next question, I just want to let people know who are tuning in, because we have your fans tuning in right now. Two things. One, if you are tuning in, and we had two people call in before Shannon and Flo came on, so thank you for the two callers that did call in, but also...
we love you guys.
And they were both men, by the way,
we love
two
you.
guys, which I respect.
Mm-hmm.
But then also, don't forget, our call-in number is on the flyers, 301-288-3100. If you
love for Packer.
Yeah, if you want to ask these two young ladies a question, for sure. But also, before we get into our next question, I want to mention Shannon had a special announcement. So, first of all, Shannon is all dolled up. I got some pictures of her that she was sending me. She was getting all cute because guess why? After the interview, she is going to be calling through Facebook Messenger her fans directly.
That's dope.
But hey, but listen up. Before she calls you, you have to prove that you were tuning in.
Right.
So you need to either go to her Facebook.
Listen, I would love to do something, but I'm in the hospital bed and
Right.
I'm not going down to that. I'm not allowed to look. I'm messing with it.
You know what happened is I called somebody on their birthday, which is a really good friend, and you know, 'cause I consider them all friends now. And the real
Yeah,
deal
phone call.
is they started crying, and I didn't realize how much it meant to other people with this whole anti-bully movement that I started, and I didn't know that it meant that much. And he was literally, it was his birthday, and he was crying in the bathroom, and I was like, oh my God, I got to do this more often because this is not right, you know. And I couldn't believe he was crying. He was happy, you know, but
We have. I think we actually have a phone. I think we
did
actually
my,
have a
I
phone
did
call.
my-
Carl, are you on the phone right now?
Hi,
Hi, how you doing today? What's your name?
this is Therese.
Hey, Cherise.
How are you? You have a question for Flo or Shannon today?
Yeah, I have a question for Shannon.
All right, let's hear it.
hey,
Hey, girl, what's up?
hi.
Y'all know each other?
Hey, Flo.
So what's your
Are you
question?
there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What question do you have for us today?
I think I want to say that, Shannon, if you could change things, like, on your season, what would you change?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Now, I wouldn't have changed my physical aggression. I would have spoken up louder because I have a hard time speaking over people, and I try and respect others, and I let them speak. And then when it's my turn to speak, I just don't ever get it. So I still, even though Valentina put her hands on me, and as you can see, I'm smiling and laughing in her face because I would have mopped her up. But, however, I still want to put my hands on somebody because you're not going to tell when I'm going to do it when I'm ready. However, I've spoken a little bit louder. But the cool thing about that is because I didn't, they really didn't know what I was capable of. They really didn't know that I could probably bench press half those hoes.
Right.
They didn't know that. They're just like, oh, she's so nice and soft. And then in the long run, it made them look awful. They looked just awful because really I could have beat you up the whole time, and I didn't. So
Right.
now how do you feel? How's that concussion?
Right.
You know, how do you feel now?
Yeah, totally. I have to agree with that.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much, Shreech, for calling in. We really appreciate your question. It was a good question.
Thank you, baby. I love you.
Love you too, Shannon. Love you, Flo. Bye.
Now, I want to know, for both of you, we talked about some of the things that, would have changed possibly, or some of the things that happened on both your seasons, season 4 and season 10. But let's talk about, like, one of the most memorable moments you've had that you can think of. Our show is dedicated towards what happens behind the scenes in entertainment. So what the fans have not seen, they want to know. What's one of your most memorable or favorite moments that happened, or crazy, that happened behind the scenes?
Oh, we got another call.
My favorite, most memorable moment behind the scenes is definitely the fact that all the girls, we would get together and I would cook for them and we would have a good time and laugh and enjoy ourselves. And I played like the mommy, I fed them a lot. Sometimes I didn't have money to eat and I'd buy them food and stuff like that. And I like treating them like the mommy, that was my favorite thing. I like that. And then they made us look like we hated each other all the time, but honestly, the only reason those girls turned against me is because I was so nice to them that I treated them like my babies. And then what happened was they took my kindness for weakness and everything flipped. And then,
And before we actually get to
they're all gonna team up on the tough girl. So that's what they all did. They teamed up on me, and then I ended up fucking beating ass anyway. So at the end of the day, my favorite thing was just having a good time with the girls behind the scenes, you know.
Right.
And all the fun stuff and the charity work we did. Those were my favorite things.
So Shannon, before we have you answer, okay, well, sorry, but we had a caller actually. But if you just called in, go ahead and feel free to call back in. I think we got a caller on the phone right now. So caller, what is your name?
Hey, it's Christopher from Charleston, South Carolina again.
Hey, Christopher. So, yeah, you're one of the gentlemen that called in earlier for Shannon.
Yes, Shannon.
Hi. Hi.
I literally thought I was going to miss this because I was at work all day. But the one question I have for Shannon, P.S. Flo, my husband's completely obsessed with you.
Yes.
Sexy bitch.
So my question for Shannon, what was going through your mind the day of the whole Bad Girls reunion before you ran on that stage and made them
Hello.
like,
Bro, I was so sick. No, literally, I was so sick. I was throwing up. I was so
Oh my
sick
gosh.
because I went from 0 fights to 6 fights, and I beat all those hoes' ass. But I went from 0 to 6 in an hour. Okay, so I was so sick. Now let me tell you what my mom did. My mom saved my life, and I'm going to tell you how she did it. And she really owed this to me, and I am forever in debt of this. I was packing my luggage because we had to be out of the hotel at 6 in the morning into the place to start getting ready. Anywho, I'm sitting on the floor of the hotel, and my mom comes and sits down next to me. I'm almost about to get teary-eyed. And my mom goes, she goes, Shannon, you know what time it is, right? And I was like, what, Mom? She goes, it's that time. And my mom hasn't been a huge part of my life until later in the years. And so this meant a lot to me. And she sat down and she's like, you know what time it is. And I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, now is that time. And you know, when your mom tells you it's time to beat somebody up, like, this the whole gives you guile.
Right.
Right? So I had not only the pressure of the world on my shoulders and the anti-bullying movement that I'm trying to do, that if I didn't do this, I was going to be not only destroying myself for the rest of my life, but think of all the people I'm going to let down and let them know that it's impossible to stand up for yourself, that it's impossible to have your eyes locked forward and your shoulders rolled back and be confident in who you are. And I had so much pressure on my shoulders, so everything was coming out of all ends of my body. Let's keep it 100. I was sick as fuck. And my mom was sitting on the ground, and she's like, the moment you put your feet on that stage, you whooped that bitch's ass.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, Mom, why did you do this to me?
Right. Well, you had your hair braided up. Your hair braided. She was ready.
It was already worse. I slept in the bed with her that night and, like, everything. And this is the first time my mom has ever been there to, like, really rock with me. You know, even when I was in military school, I got one letter from her, you know.
Right.
But all I'm saying is she rocked with me so hard, and she was like, whoop that bitch's ass, Shannon, right now. And I was like, no, Mom.
It's not even about just whooping ass. It's not even about whooping ass. Shannon, I saw your eyes, and I watched your eyes. I watched your eyes, and your eyes had that look of, like, I'm going to do this for every person that's ever been bullied, ever in life, and I don't give a fuck. I'm not afraid. I'm not going to be afraid. And you had this look.
And that was hard for me, man.
Like, yeah, I saw it. You're like me with Virgos. We don't like confrontation, but when it has to happen, we're going the fuck in. We're going all the way in.
It didn't need to happen over spilt milk. It didn't need to happen over the bottle that they didn't buy, but they drank it all, and I paid for the whole thing. It didn't have to happen over a bitch doing this and doing that and a thong showing. It happened for a good cause. I'm going to whoop all your hoses. Everybody's ever done this to, including myself. I'm going to stand for this, and I'm going to beat the fuck out of you bitches right now.
That's right, though.
And
That's right.
It brings tears to my eyes because I just remember her just sitting right next to me as I'm packing my little pony luggage.
That's exactly why I fought. Every time I fought, if everyone didn't see that, every time Flo fought, it was because someone called someone a dirty black person, or someone called someone a lesbian, or someone called someone stupid, or someone called someone a pussy. Every time I fought, it was to defend some kind of right, because that's the type of person I am. I will defend other people to for myself. You can mess with me. You can mess with me as much as you want. Me, I don't get bothered. When you fuck with someone that's defenseless, that's when I'm like, hold on. Hell no.
That's me too. I have a hard time sticking up for myself, but I'm very capable to do something for millions of people that are depending on me. I have people literally depending on me. Now imagine had I went out there and not defended myself and not beat up these bitches. Imagine the people that, and I'm just speaking very real. I get messages with people with cuts on their wrists. I get messages from teachers. I get phone calls from parents. I've walked a lot of people through some really awful situations.
Wow.
Imagine had I have not did what was needed.
Right.
It wasn't needed in the middle of the season, month 2, when a bitch threw my bed in the pool the first night. I don't care, man. I don't care. I'll pull it out my damn self. I'm the
Fuck all that. Then this is a corny. You know, every day I get DMs from people saying, "Flo, thank you so much for making me the strong person I am." Saying
every day
I get something. Someone tells me, "Oh, because of you, I wanted to commit suicide." I talk about suicide prevention, and I talk about child molestation because that happened to me. I tried to kill myself. I've been through the drug phase. I've been through everything, and you know what? I'm not afraid to express myself on my social media and stuff because I help young people, and they say, you know what? If she's coming out saying this, then I need to do the same thing. I can't be hiding this somewhere. And then
imagine how many lives I would have ruined, including my own. Just imagine all those people that were counting on me to show them it's possible.
Right.
Right. So,
and
it is possible.
That's the thing, yeah.
So,
oh, yeah,
thank you.
absolutely. Thank you for
so
calling in,
much,
Chris.
caller.
We appreciate you for hanging in there. Thank you.
Shannon. Thank you.
I'll call you in a little bit. I'll FaceTime you in a minute.
So y'all gonna say hi, Christopher. Bye, baby.
Thank you so much, Flo. I can now tell him. Bye.
Love you guys. Bye.
So, I want to shoot it over to Jodane here because she has a great question for both of you to kind of give a farewell to our series, the Bad Girls Club. So I'm going to kick it off to Jodane right here.
yeah, so as we say farewell to the Bad Girls Club, like, what are your final words to your fans and viewers? I know, Flo, you mentioned something about a book. I would love to hear more about that. Shannon, like, what's going on with you? What would you like to say to the fans and viewers?
I'm going to tell you guys what I'm doing, and then I'm going to go because the nurses are about to for me. So, excuse me, I got the hiccups. I'm going to tell you really quickly, and my thing is I've got my music that I'm working on. I have been recording my music. I'm doing reggae, rock, R&B, hip-hop, everything, trap music, everything, and I'm also doing a mixtape. My book is called As Real as It Gets. And it's really, really as real as it gets. And it's about me. It's about behind the scenes of the Bad Girls Club. It's about my life. It's about what led me up to being a bad girl and then led me up to turning my life around and becoming a good girl. So basically, you're gonna
get so cute.
The book is gonna be absolutely, honestly, you're gonna be like, whoa, Flo is absolutely out of her freaking noggin. But you know what? I'm gonna teach a lot. I'm going to help a lot of young people with my book. So I really, 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 really can't wait to put it out as real as it gets, and I really just can't wait to you guys hear.
Yeah, we can't wait
to
read it.
Like, I'm excited. I'm really excited for you, Flo. Please, I follow you on social media, so I'm looking forward to all of that.
I want to say farewell to all the fans, and I love you guys, and Shannon, keep in touch with me. And I love you guys, and I always got love for everybody, and there's never any hate. Any hate my way, and I want everybody to spread the love, especially what's going on with the world right now. There's a lot of crap going on. We need each other more than anything in the world. We all need to stick together and stop going against each other. Black, white, Indian, Mexican, whatever. But remember, it's us against them. Whoever they are, it's going to be us against them. So it might be something going on soon, and if it does, we need to all forget about our differences and band together, and it's one love, one united people, and work together and love each other, and no bullying and no hate and none of this bull crap on cyberbullying and all that shit. And I hope you guys are all happy and you get everything you want out of life. And Shannon, I wish your child a blessed and lovely, lovely life. And when you come out to the East Coast, I can't wait to see you when you come out to the East Coast. We'll put our kids up on a play date. I love you guys all. Thank you for having me.
Okay, we love you too.
Thank you.
Get better.
Get better soon.
I will. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Keep in touch with me. You guys keep in touch with me.
Oh, we will. Absolutely. We definitely will, Flo.
Okay, we love you, girls. Get some rest.
I love you.
Bye-bye.
All right, baby. Bye.
All right, Shannon.
Yeah, Shannon.
So
What it do, mine?
we really want to know, like, because we've talked off air as well on the phone personally, and I know you've had a lot to say. We didn't get a chance to cover all of it now. I know we only have a few minutes left, but I want you to give your farewell to everybody, because you are very powerful and a role model on this show for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I mean, I could never say farewell because I'm going to be back at them.
Right.
I'm
No,
not
that's right.
going anywhere, and I'm very involved with my fans' lives right now. I'm probably one of the BGC history gals that really shows hella love to my fans, that keeps it real funky. I'm very involved with my fans, my friends, really.
Yeah.
And I'm not leaving. I'm not gone. What? Shit.
I know that's right.
My body's on point. My baby's is fire. My life is really fire right now, and it's only because I have a good heart. So I would never be blessed with all this if I was a piece of shit. Let's just keep it real.
Yeah, you're right about that.
It's just not how it works.
You know, I want
So I
people
have some
to.
shows in the works, and, you know, people be sweating me a little bit still, but I just got to be a little bit careful about what I do. I'm trying to, right now, work on going to Thailand because they're trying to get me to do a show out there.
Oh, wow.
Another surgery show and things like that. So I'm just kind of just playing the cards I've been dealt and trying to fucking stay positive and be motivation to other people, because I didn't get here overnight. I came from the slums. I used to steal my clothes from Fred Meyer's for school, too. Shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I used to, you know, my car is downstairs in the garage just waiting for me to drive it around town, and I'm just trying to be humble, though. You know? I could have easily have cashed out a drop-top Bentley, but my kids came first. I could have dropped $150K on that, and still had money in the bank.
Absolutely.
But my kids come first.
Absolutely.
You know, so at the end of the day, I'm only blessed because I'm a good person. I always pay it forward. I always give people the shirt off my back. I give all my old baby clothes away for my kids. I just give them to people. And then, what do you know? A few weeks later, a gal friend of mine, which I didn't even know, sends me a box full of clothes for my kids.
Wow.
Now, mind you, when I gave her all that baby stuff, I had no intentions of her. I didn't even know her at all.
Wow.
Moms always do that. They just help out the next mother.
Right.
Anywho, it was in a time that I really, really needed it.
Right.
And I'm just being looked out after because I'm a good person. I never expected her to send me anything back in return. A year later, she said she never had to buy anything for her son until he was like 6 months old, even longer, because of all the stuff I had given her.
Right.
But mind you, when she sent me that box, I still didn't really know her very well.
Right.
I'd only met her the time she came to pick up the stuff, but I thought it would just be like a couple shirts, and I would still be so grateful for that.
Right.
However, when I opened the box, man, I'm trying to tell you, it was like Mary Poppins bag. 10 shirts, 10 pairs of pants, 5 pairs of shorts, matching outfits for the kids, and I literally felt my knees crying.
Right.
Wow.
Because it was just such that perfect timing. You know, I have financial issues just like the next person, even though I may have a great house and all this crap. It doesn't matter. I'm still real.
Right.
Yeah.
I had just went to Walmart earlier and was like, okay, I'm going to get 3 T-shirts for the boys. They're $3.33 each. I'm going to swap them out. That'll be fine. 3 T-shirts will work. So I'm just being a real mom in a real world with my real life.
Right.
Struggling. We got bills, too. I ain't no better than nobody. And then the same day, that box arrived.
That's a blessing right there.
And I just fell to
God
my
looking
knees
out for you.
bawling, man.
Yeah, God's looking out for you. That's why.
Yeah, and she started crying on the phone with me because I called her instantly. I FaceTimed her, and she started crying, and she's like, Shannon, you didn't know what I was going through when you gave me all that stuff. She said, my man didn't have a job. I didn't have to buy clothes for whoop-de-whoop long and all this stuff. I gave her swings and rockers and all that because I don't care. I'm just trying to help somebody out.
Right.
I don't care. And a year later, she sends me this box when I needed it so bad.
Right, and that's amazing.
Just like
right
every
there.
mom, they grow every day. You need it every day. You need something for them every day.
And let's get into your social media. We actually have about 3 minutes left here. So before we leave, I want to again.
Oh, I'm sad.
Yeah, and it goes by so
Yeah,
quick,
it
but
does go by
but
fast.
this is the thing. People who are tuning in and people who already called in, make sure you're commenting on Shannon's Instagram. I want her to give her social media out in a second. Comment on her flyer post that she just put up today, her last photo, and tag her with your your Facebook name or DM her. That way she can she does this. Shannon actually, I've seen her do it before. I've heard people say it. She will FaceTime you, and she's very down to earth. So if you want your call from Shannon, do your part. Let her know you tuned in. She will call you, and she will talk to you about whatever questions you may have that we couldn't answer today.
More private questions. Some people really don't feel comfortable. You know, they feel
Right.
much better just having me one-on-one where they can be,
Yeah,
you know, and
absolutely.
this is millions.
So
if
what
I
is-
passed away, you guys promise me, if I passed away, you promise me you guys go through all my social media and you get all the comments, the millions. I don't care if it takes you 2 weeks. You go through all my comments and you put that at my funeral.
Absolutely.
That's what I care about.
Absolutely.
Because
Well, you know
then
I got
people
your
will
back.
see the difference I made in the world. I don't want people to see nothing that I had because I can't take none of this shit with me.
Right.
I want all those comments and those big old paragraphs, 10 paragraphs, books people send me about me changing their life. That's what I want my
Right.
funeral to be about.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's going to be an everlasting
That's
impression.
amazing.
Yeah, everlasting impression. So give us your Instagram, your Facebook, and all your social media handles to the fans out there, so they can make sure they're following you and hit you up today.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Shannon Sarich, Bad Bitch Movement, Barbie Army, and then Shannon Sarich on Facebook. I don't have a Snapchat because I'm literally already so caught up
Right.
with
I
what
don't
I've got
either.
going on and all
I
my
don't
other
either, girl.
social media sites and 2 kids. So really,
Right.
and I just feel like all the social media sites do the same thing.
They do.
So I don't even know why I'm posting one picture and then I put share to the other 10.
Right.
Right,
So it's
exactly.
like,
Same
I
thing.
feel like they're all doing the same thing. So we just have 20 different ways to share one picture or 20 different ways to share a small video. So I just can't even handle anymore. Like I couldn't even handle probably a mouse for the boys in a cage
Right.
right now. I just have too much
Well,
going
that's,
on.
no, that's understandable. So those of you who are tuning in, so the Shannon spells her last name Sarich. Make sure that you are following her and get your call tonight, because I want to hear from y'all when you get a FaceTime call from Shannon, and then I want mine too. Shoot,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if they can, on the flyer that I posted on my Instagram, because
Yep.
I think I might be maxed out on Facebook, but if they can, or even on Twitter, but I prefer on Instagram.
Right.
If you can just put your Facebook name, because I may be maxed out, I can just go to your name, and then I'll just call you directly like that.
Absolutely. So
So
y'all
I'll
heard
just-
it. Y'all
I'll
heard it from
search
Shannon
the
directly. Make
person.
sure y'all definitely do that. Shannon, again,
As
we'll
soon as we finish this, I'm going to start calling people. So
see.
that's
There you go. And I know Christopher's probably already commenting because he was
Right.
really hoping to talk to you. So that's
He
good.
was.
Yeah, I'll
we,
probably call him first.
we had a great time with you. We'll talk off
Yes.
air as well, but we had a great time. Thank you so much for calling in.
Yes,
You and Flo
thank you.
both for this tribute show to the Bad
Yeah.
Girls Club.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate it.
Well, you have a great
BBC
night.
has changed lives, for the better. I'm glad I
Hello.
could do anything
Absolutely.
to come good out of that show.
Barbie Army. Well, thank you for supporting,
All
and
right.
and absolutely have fun with your FaceTime calls. I'll follow up with you later.
Bye.
Okay, I love you guys.
Thanks,
you.
Shannon.
Bye,
You
babe.
too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
That is it. Wow. Well, that is it. We had some juicy conversations going between Flo and
Yeah.
between Flo and Shannon, but we really had a good show. A lot we didn't get a chance to cover, so if you have questions for Shannon directly, feel free to use this opportunity to talk to her one-on-one, because she will call you, which is different than other bad girls that I know, because they don't usually do that. So take the chance, take the opportunity. Shannon Sarich on Instagram and Facebook. And then just real quick, next week, join us Wednesday, June 21st. We actually are interviewing an author by the name of Jonathan Harris. He was on Fox 5 News as well, supporting his movement that he has, which is actually part of a movement called Give Authors a Chance. And his book is called Master of Ceremonies, A Male's Guide for a Successful Life. So he's been doing really successful so far, and we're interested to have him with us to talk about his journey, being an author and being on Fox 5 about it as well. So
Dope.
got to support the local community. Thank you
Definitely.
again. Thank you, Jonay, for joining us. We appreciate it.
It's always fun, and it always goes by so fast.
It goes by so quick. But look, we'll be back next week, next Wednesday, same place, same time. Thank you again for tuning in. We had a great show. Out the Box Radio.
Out the box.
See you next week.
How can I pretend? I just can't keep pretending that you love me, baby. I've learned everybody won't like you. City full of killers, everybody won't fight you. If you got a gun, then they might gunfight you. You could be the one, bitch, I might one night you. I'm the type to hit the strip club and know the dances. You the type to lead a strip club and hold the dances. Hated on by niggas that's doing better than me, cause no matter what, I am what they never could be. Real. I heard I got a few haters in the city. It's cool, but I let her see the city in alliance. Looking pretty over all the pity and defiance. We can all dance to the violence of violence. Still can't sleep through the sirens and silence. Smoking for the dead, I vaporize a hearse. Had to write a copy cause they plagiarized the verse. I be in the latest first. We be gliding with the Eagles, knowing they provide a perch. Bitch, look up at the skyline. Even in the eye of the storm, I fly fine. Underhands never go over my head. No traitors with a gun over my bed. Bet you I'ma spread the butter over my bread. 100 years later, they gon' know what I said. Hear me in your nightmares, see me in your dreams. Niggas want pain, I will be the genie to your scream. I'm a star, gon' make that wish. Saint off of his hand, I grabbed it, kissed it. Karma used to sleep in the bed with me, I missed it. And I buttered my biscuit. Couple niggas near me got me Larry. The block logistics got me optimistic. As I dwell through the depths of hell, at one step at a time, but the steps of 12 follow. On my way to AA, need a AAA. I drag my balls to the ground and hit into a triple play. Still I gotta let my nuts hang. Dick pick on the net, cause I was tryna fuck fame. The broke rap bought money, I feel it's mundane.